Hey guys, it's Angelique, also known as the Light. I said I wasn't even going to go live because I have not been getting donations or phone session bookings, but I was just like, oh, I'm going to go on live and chat for a little bit um, while I drink my passion fruit margarita. I just got home from work. I hope all is well. I want to talk about how chosen one's friendships and romantic relationships are temporary. And I want to talk about scammer personalities, scammer friends, people who aren't real, because I feel like chosen ones, you get scammed a lot because you go so long without friendships that when you finally cross somebody who appears to be a chosen one, who appears to be a friend, you are just so excited to latch on to anybody, okay? And you can't do that. You cannot do that. Um, hopefully you can hear me. I'm not gonna be talking too loud. I'm like in a upset, drowsy mood today. So I'm not gonna be talking too loud. Hey Bobby, you're from Atlanta and I'm in New York. Hey Atlanta. I like Atlanta. Would never live there, but I do like Atlanta. I like to hang out in Atlanta. Um, but first, click like on the chat when you come in. Comment hello when you come in. Um, I'll stay on for as long as people come into the chat, or this live will not be that long. But yeah, but scammer personalities, right? A lot of you fall for these scammer personalities like narcissists, um, people who aren't, thank you so much, people who aren't emotionally intelligent, people who aren't really looking for friendship or looking for love. And I feel like chosen ones fall for these people because we, a lot of people do not like us. A lot of people do not like chosen ones. A lot of people are jealous of chosen ones. And it's not that the chosen one did anything to these individuals, they're just being themselves. And because of their light, because that they don't move to the beat of everybody else's drum, that's why people can't stand chosen ones, right? So I want chosen ones to understand that you have to be very careful when people are trying to latch on to you. And this took me a long time, guys. This took me a long time to realize that not everybody who was coming to have conversations with me, be around me, um, not everybody was trying to really be my friend. Okay. And first off, friendships and romantic relationships should develop slowly. Like when I hear people talking about, I met my man, you're a Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn rising. I met my man and in 6 months we were married. I don't think any chosen one should do that. I'm sorry, unless you feel like you're being led by the spirit, you feel like God is talking to you and within you, and yes, this is my man or this is my woman. I don't suggest any chosen one jump into friendships or relationships fast. I feel like it's a huge risk to do that, right? um because a lot of people who try to befriend the chosen one, a lot of them are Judases. Okay, they're Judases. They want to figure out, how does the chosen one have this light? How are they able to move like this? How are they how are they disciplined, right? Because a lot of chosen ones are disciplined in the spirit. We're not easily persuaded into doing things in life. We're not perfect. We do a lot of things. There's some chosen ones who used to be on drugs. There's some chosen ones who used to be a prostitute. There's some chosen ones who used to be scammers, but once they come into their power, it's completely different, okay? Um, so I noticed that through my lifetime, when people came to me and they wanted to be friends with me, it wasn't really to be friends with me. It was really to figure out, how is she the way she is? How are people drawn to her? Why do people always want to be around her? Why is she noticed but I'm not noticed? You know, they get close to you to try to figure out how you have this light, right? And you see them go down this. I call it the countdown. I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it goes. It's friends can love bomb you too, right? It's not just narcissists, romantic individuals, but friends also love bomb chosen ones, and that's why chosen ones fall for the crap in the beginning, okay? And how I felt for friendship love bombing is just like, hey, can I get your number? Can I get your number? First of all, anybody begging for your phone number, this should be a red flag, chosen one. Somebody begging for your phone number, somebody begging, I'm talking about as a friend now, right? Somebody begging for your phone number, somebody like, come on, let's go play ball, let's hang out, let's, come on, man, come on, girl, let's go out. Why is this person so desperate to hang out with you? You have to be very careful, because chosen ones, we have a lot of Judases around us. All right. They try, hi, how you doing? I can't pronounce your name. Sorry. I'm gonna say Sarah. Um, they come around you to see if they can take you down. Okay. To see if they can corrupt you, to see how much dirt information they can get from you. So this is what I know is in the beginning as a chosen one. When a person sees my light, they don't know that I saw them watching me. A lot of times people will stand back at work, in public, at events, and they're just looking at you. So I've seen people just looking at me like, just watching me. They don't know that I peep them watching me, right? So I've seen people just looking me up and down, trying to size me up. They're trying to figure out, who is this bitch? Like, what is it about her that she's triggering me right now? Why do I feel so uncomfortable? Why do I feel like she's so important? This is the energy the chosen ones give them. So they're watching you, they're looking at you, they think you don't see them watching them. But we see them. We peep them watching us. I know I peep them watching me. They might approach you and be like, oh, where you from? What you do for a living? Now they got to see, is it that they make a lot of money? Is it that they're giving off some type of richness to them? They want to find out, is it maybe the status or where they're from, where they live, how much money they make? Is this why they're making me feel uncomfortable? Not realizing, no, it's your energy that makes them feel uncomfortable. Is that their spirit is corrupted. So whenever a corrupted spirit or a dark spirit is within the presence of light, it starts sweating. Like a hooker in church. They start sweating. They're like, wait a minute, what's going on? How come nobody else in this room is making me uncomfortable, but this chosen one is? They don't know the concept of chosen one. They don't really know who you are. They just know that you trigger them, you make them uncomfortable, right? Exactly. It's the energy. Oh, hey Tabitha, you finally caught me, girl. So this is like the rabbit hole that I see people go through. They see me, they watch me, they try to size me up. They try to figure out what I do for a living, what neighborhood I live in, who am I around. All right. We gotta pay attention. They all got the same pattern, guys. This is how it goes. They all got the same pattern. You might get a lot of complimenting too, you know, and this is why I say this is love bombing. Some of them will come out and just insult you straight up, but most of them are not like that. you know if they're really trying to build a relationship with you, to figure out who you are, they're not going to come out insulting you. They're going to love bomb you and over compliment you, right? So I noticed with these individuals, they will over compliment me. Oh, you're so pretty, you're so this, you're so that. First of all, ain't nobody all that. Hey Paradigm, ain't no, hey Cassandra, ain't nobody that fly, okay, to be getting 100 compliments in 2.5 seconds. Somebody's over complimenting you. One, they insecure, or two, they up to no good. I'm letting you know that right now. If somebody's just like, oh my God, you're so pretty, you so fine, you so this, and you smell good, and you this, and you that, da da da, da da da. Whoa, 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 calm down. That you doing too much. That's a red flag, guys. Somebody overly complimenting you is a red flag. I'm letting you know that right now. And if you're a person that over compliments, most likely you're a highly insecure person, or you a kiss ass type of person, or a people pleaser. You're still in your people pleasing phase. Anytime a woman approached me when we first met, or a man, and they kept complimenting me nonstop every time they saw me. They even writing on my social media every time they see me. You so fine. You so this. You so girl. I like everything about you. Like you remind me of myself. And that dumb bitches turn out to be the biggest Judases. Watch out for the love bombing and the over complimenting. This is a huge red flag, guys. I'm telling you. I'm only telling you all the tactics and all the personality, the scamming personality traits of these individuals, these fucking Judases. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Hey, Kimberly. Hello. And gracious greetings. I need to hear this wisdom. I tell them you're being too nice. It's a red flag. I'm letting you know that this person is insecure or they up to no good. It's not normal, guys. It's really not. It's not normal. Oh shoot. Let me see if my thing is dead. Is this dead? Let me see if my thing is dead. But anyway, so they start off with the compliments. The second thing they're gonna do is they are going to try to force themselves to hang out with you. All right? They're gonna beg to hang out with you. They are, even if you say, hey, I'm busy, and when you say, if you reject them, like, oh, hey, let's go out to, I don't know, let's go do some drinks, let's go hang out, you know, they're going to get aggressive. All right. For me, somebody says, hey, I'm busy, or I might ask twice. After I asked twice, like I had this friend slash client slash friend. I thought we were friends. We weren't friends. I was just her. She was, to me, she just looked at me as business, even though we've known each other since fucking fifth grade. Once I stopped being her hairstylist, I said, hey girl, let's do brunch. I ain't seen that girl. I don't hear from her now that I'm not her hairstylist anymore. She don't call me. She don't text me. She don't. Nope. She ain't trying to meet up with me. If I'm not doing her hair, bitch ain't want nothing to do with me, and that's just fine. This person who's coming after you and they're begging to hang out with you, it's a red flag, because a person with confidence, a person who's up to no good, who's not up to no good, they're not going to try to force their energy on you. All right. I love myself, so I'm going to ask you twice. You don't make no plans, no problem. I back up. You feel me? I back up. Even a guy, if I'm talking to a dude and I'm like, hey, when we gonna link up? When we gonna go on a date? When we gonna hang out? They don't make no plans. Brother man don't hear from me. I'll block him. I'll ghost him. I don't care. So this is a huge red flag. Somebody's begging to hang out with you, and then when you're like, oh, I'm busy, or no, I'm not interested, then they get aggressive with you. Huge red flag. All right. This is not a sane person. This is not a spiritually sane person. They're highly insecure, or they up to no good. They trying to set you up. Okay, they're trying to get information out of you. Um, Cassandra says, which some of it may be true, but sometimes they're using it to collect. Yes, exactly. I'm about to get to that too. Um, the second thing. This is probably like the fifth thing I'm on. They will tell you very personal business, right? But you can't prove if this is really you can't prove if this is really their business. Oh shoot, what's my password? Oh, this I have so many passwords. You can't really tell if this is their business or not. So this is something else that I noticed about these people. And even as a chosen one and an empath, you gotta be very careful. You gotta be very careful because it's not normal if you're talking to somebody, you just met them, and they're like, oh yeah, when I was a kid, I got beat, and then I got essayed, and then you know I had to kill somebody, and then you like, whoa, 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 wait a minute, hold on, what? They're just dumping on you. This is not good, guys. I'm telling you, all the Judases, all the jealous people who befriended me, they all did this. And the only reason why they're doing this, they want to quickly latch on to you spiritually, right? Because through them telling you all their business, all these dark things that's happened to them, how do you even know if these things happen to them? These people half of the time be making up all kind of things that never even happened to them. All right, they play a lot of victim mode, right? They tell you all their business, or business you think that really is their business, and then they're trying to make a soul connection with you, and they're trying to make you comfortable. Because if you gotta understand, somebody says, well, they did tell me they got SA'd, they did tell me about their divorce, they did tell me they got beat up, they did tell me all their childhood trauma. That means that, damn, I should maybe open up and tell them something about me. How you know all what they're saying to you is true? You don't know this person. You haven't met their family. You haven't spent any time with them, and they're already emotionally dumping on you, and you just freaking met them. Mm-mm. And this used to work on me years ago. All through my 20s, this worked on me because I wanted to save people. Chosen ones like to save people. You know. Guys, click like on my chat, please. Thank you. And I stop people now. You can test them too when they're telling you all this information, all this dark, deep secrets and things. Stop them and say, hey, listen, I don't feel comfortable with you telling me this. Can we keep it light? Can we keep the conversation light? That's what you should say to them. I stop people in the check and say, you know what? I don't have the capacity for this. Watch people's reaction too. A Judas, or a fake friend, they are going to they're not going to like your boundaries, right? But a person who's really trying to connect with you, even if they don't like it, they're going to be like, oh, okay, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cross that boundary. If they continuously cross your boundary, this is how you know you're dealing with a narc, you're dealing with a Judas, you're dealing with somebody who's just trying to use you. I'm telling you this right now. And with these narcs, you'll give them a narcissistic injury. With these Judases, you're going to anger them because they're trying to tap into you emotionally, and you're not allowing them to latch in. I'm not latching on to someone I just freaking met 30 days ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. No, you don't need to know my deepest, darkest secrets in 3 months, 6 months. That's very strange, you know? He said this live is right on time, Coco. Really? Wow. That's deep. Hold on a minute. Let me get to my I'm gonna get to my live. Hold on a minute. My channel. Oh, there go my channel. I like to see what's going on. Okay. Just in case I have to block people, I have my tablet here. Basically. Yes, it is the worst one is family paradigm. It really is. It's oh yeah, I have family members do this. Another reason why they do this too is because what happens when you conversate with people, advice comes into play, right? So while they're opening up to you, you're giving them advice, and then eventually you open up to them and they start giving you advice, right? And what happens with advice? You know, people can give you bad advice. They want to steer you in the wrong direction, chosen one. They want to throw you off. Okay? Like these people are crazy. They'll tell you to break up with your husband, your wife over something minor, your man or your woman, whatever you got going on. They will tell you to quit your job. You know, they will tell you to do something that is not good for you. You know, this is also why they want to control, they want to become your thoughts. They want to control you. This is how chosen ones get caught up. I'm telling you, because you hang out with these people and their voice becomes your voice. You know, your thoughts become their thoughts. You start to think like them. You start to be like, oh, let me hit up so and so. They usually give me advice on this. Like you start to not be able to make decisions for yourself. You really look at these people as confidants. And that is the reason why chosen ones crash and they let the Judases catch them up. And then titles come on. Ooh, let's talk about that too. Titles come on, right? Some people will push their children on you. Some people will um make you feel like, oh, you're my bestie. How the hell are you my bestie? I just met you. How are you my man? How are you my woman? I just met you. They'll try to make it seem like you have this important role in your life. And if you were chosen one who don't have family like me, I told you I don't even know my family, or the rest of my family's dead. All right, I have, it's either I did not ever meet the family members or my family's dead. So this is why I used to get caught up with these Judases, because I was like, damn, I don't have family, so at least I could have his friends. No, it is safer for a chosen one to have a tight circle and be by themselves, because you're going to be attacked all the time. They want to take you out. Don't you get it? They want to take you out, because taking out a chosen one uh, will stop a lot of people from being saved, will stop a lot of people for, you know, doing their healing journey, doing their spiritual journey. They could take one chosen one out, right? Not kill them, but just take them out spiritually, emotionally, mentally, where they can't focus and help people. That's a couple of hundred people, you know, that chosen one, or even in their family, that they can help. This is why this happens. It's not just that they jealous. Like, this is spiritually strategically done to you. You know how, like, you have a spiritual team and you have angels, you have protectors, you have ancestors. There are dark entities that are assigned to your life to throw you out the game, out the spiritual game, chosen one. You got to be very careful with this. Okay. Cassandra says, I try to see the best in everyone, and sometimes I trust blindly. I learned not everyone has the same heart. Okay, Toka, I'll make you a mod. Please make sure you behave yourself. um all right, there you go. I made you a mod. Yes, they shape shift too. They do. They really do. I mean, spiritually and physically they can shape shift. You know, it's really scary. I'm gonna tell you a story. I've talked about my ex best friend on this channel before, and he was a sociopathic narcissist. Okay, I swear, I know in my heart either this guy is a karmic from another lifetime. I really feel like this man followed me in other lives. Okay, but I really feel he was a dark entity that was assigned to my life. Okay, happy birthday, Dangerous. Um, so this is was crazy. My ex best friend, I'm not going to tell you how I know him because it's just it's so controversial. Okay, no, I'm going to tell you how I know him. He actually somebody, how can I say this? Oh, this is how I know him. My stepfather, right, was his uncle. There you go. So there's no blood relation here, right? My stepfather is his uncle, but we don't really know if my stepfather was really his blood uncle because his mother was such a whore that we don't really know if who they think is his father is really his father. And I'm gonna be real with you, I don't think that that really is his father. Put it that way. So I remember when he was a baby, I saw a photo of him, right? I didn't see him in person until later on in his life. Because by the time he was born, he lived in another state, and then my mother divorced the stepfather. So I didn't see this family pretty much, right? Anyway, his mother and my mother are both born on February 14th. I'm born on August 15th. His brother is born on August 15th, and we were born in the same hospital. It's like all these weird coincidences, right? And I remember one day my mother, I was a little girl. I remember this. I might have been about 10 years old. And that probably made him, I, I was probably older than 10, I'll say that. Because I think at the time when she showed me a photo of him, he might have been like 2 or 3 years old, right? And she showed me a photo of him. And it's crazy because you could see spirits on children, right? And she showed me a photo of him, and I remember because I've always had the gift of sight since I was a child. I was born with it. A lot of children were born with gifts. We gain more gifts and strength as we get older, but a lot of children want to born with gift of sight. You don't have to like perfect it, like it gets stronger as you grow. But speaking of gift of sight, look at my eye pillow. I love this pillow. um Anyway, she showed me a photo of this ex best friend when he was a baby. He probably is like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years old in this photo. And I said, Mommy, he don't look right. And my mother said, What are you talking about? He doesn't look right. What do you mean by that? But I couldn't explain it when I was a kid, what I was seeing spiritually in this child, right? I was like, I don't know, Mommy. I remember this conversation with my mother. And I kept looking at his picture. And I was like, I don't know, Mommy. He looks weird. And my mother said, What do you mean he looks weird? Like, do you think he's ugly? I said, No, he's not ugly. He's cute. But there's something wrong with him. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. He don't look right. I was seeing that demon, those spirits on him when he was a child. All right. You have to be. Listen, I know people don't want to believe this, but yes, there are children who are possessed, right? Because spirits don't die, right? So if you think that karmically people die and they have to do this life over, a baby could be born and that is an old spirit, all right? Or that is a demonic spirit and it could be in children, right? That's why I don't put it past kids. All right, you're looking at a young body, but the spirit that's within that child could be centuries old. All right, but anyway, I know that's going a little bit too deep. Oh, okay, you're not supposed to be in here, dangerous. Happy birthday, but you gotta get out of here. This is a 18 and over live. Okay, bye. Gotta get out of here. You too young, boo. Little ass kids in my life. Mm-mm. But anyway, I saw them spirits on that boy. And I remember it in the back of my mind about when I saw a picture of him when he was a child. Let's scurry on years later. I'm on MySpace. You remember MySpace.com? I'm on MySpace. So at this time, I think he's like 17, 18, and I'm like 25, 24, 25, right? And he contacts me. This is what I'm trying to say. These spirits come to you. These spirits will come to you. And he finds me on MySpace. I don't know how this boy found me on MySpace, right? These spirits are assigned to you. They don't you don't gotta go looking for these spirits. These spirits will find you. So he hits me up and he's like, "Hey Ange, what's up? I haven't seen you in years. How are you?" And I'm in my head like, he talks very mature for an 18-year-old kid. Actually, he was like 17, about to turn 18. And I remember that. You have to understand, a lot of these people, they're really old souls. Okay, these demons that's in these people, they're old souls. So when they're talking to you, it's like you're talking to a grown-ass adult. All right. Hey, real nigga wisdom, how are you? Hey, Melissa, good evening. But anyway, so I remember him like being extremely mature, and I was like, why is this guy so mature? And I thought, oh, maybe because he's from the South, he's more mature, whatever the case is. I'm glad you're doing good. No, I'll watch that, Natasha. Evil Eye. I haven't seen it. I will definitely. Wait, is that the one with the Indian ladies? The Indian people? If so, I've seen it. Hi Lottie, how are you? So um I found that to be interesting. So that's what I'm trying to say. I know in my heart that this boy came into my life to throw me off as a chosen one. And we actually stayed friends for 8 long years. This boy stayed in my life for 8 long years. And it was a lot of manipulation tactics. You know, he would threaten to like unalive himself so I could stay in his life. You know, all these different things. It got violent between him and I. It was really crazy, you know, and people were trying to say that we were sleeping together. Like, I never slept with this boy. It was crazy. You know, we went through a lot, and you get attached to these individuals, you know, you get attached. And the reason why I stayed in that friendship so long was because I knew his story. A lot of times, because chosen ones have gone through so much, you become attached to these dark entities and within people, and these Judases and these no good friends and these no good men and women, because you know their story. They told you this sob story about them. You know what I'm saying? They told you their hardship, that you get so connected and you get only your emotions. And it sounds cold, but now that I'm a chosen one that's in her power, somebody can tell me the darkest shit and my face is blank. I can feel empathy, but I don't attach myself to people's traumas anymore. Because a lot of people will use their trauma to latch on to you spiritually. And I used to feel bad, like, oh, I need to be his friend because his mother was a whore. His mother, you know, was sleeping with the men in the church, and the court gave him, when he was a baby, to his father because she was an unfit mother. And He told me that his mom used to put dresses on him. I don't know if that's true. So there's a lot of things that these individuals will tell you that you can't back up. That's another thing. If people are telling you something happened to them and you cannot fact check it, a lot of times you can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that happened to me and I told people and they couldn't fact check it. And I understand why they didn't believe it. That's cool. Whatever. You don't have to believe it. But you know what? Those people that I was talking about, their character was revealed. You know what I'm saying? But these people are corrupted, guys. You have to be very careful. They will make up trauma. They will make up the most horrific stories that never happened to get, you to feel something for them. And you have to be very careful. Another thing that these scammer personalities will do, they will buy you. This is the easiest one in the book. All right. The love of money, what is the root of all evil? Let me see. Lottie says a real manipulator. Natasha says always wanting to fix them and you can't. I'm learning that. Exactly. Lottie says, and they take advantage of your good nature. Yup. Hey, Alicia. She says, hi, Angelique. I agree. They come to you. I did not seek out the person. Nope. In my life, I believe you. You don't seek, they come, they will find you. All right. They'll find you online, at your job, in your home. They will find you, your next door neighbor. These demons come for you. I've never befriended a demon. No. No. Uh-uh. Um, have I ever befriended a demon? No, maybe some narcissistic men. I might have like flirted with them first or whatever, and I got what I got for doing that. But no, most of the time the demons come to you. But he came to me and I stayed too long because I felt bad for him. Yes, his mom abandoned him. You have to understand that these people, a lot of times, they got abandoned. They didn't have love. They chose, a lot of them sell their soul to the darkness. I don't like to say the devil really because I feel like there's just so many different dark entities in the planet and in other realms. um these people made a choice, guys. They really made a choice. They're like, I'm checking out. I don't want to heal. I don't want to get better. I just want to corrupt the world. I want to corrupt other people because I was hurt. Okay, these people already made a choice for their soul, where we suffered, but we want to heal, we want to do better. you know Chosen ones mostly were the ones who got hurt, and they don't want other people to feel the same pain that they did, and this is why they get so caught up. It's a cycle of them getting caught up in these type of relationships. These sociopaths, these psychopaths, these narcs, they don't feel anything, guys. They like going around. They want you to feel they've already made their choice. They already clocked out. You get it? They made their choice. They know that they're going to hell. They know that, if there is a hell, they know that they're not going to a beautiful place after this. They've made their choice. So it doesn't matter. You can't save them. I want you to think back to all the narcs, all those dark entities, all those people that did you dirty. Where are they now? How many of them are healed? How many of them changed? No, most of them just get worse and worse, or they die. Most of the people who did me dirty, they end up almost dying after me. They're the same. A lot of them are lonely. A lot of them, they wanted to get married, they never got married, never had kids, they live alone. They're miserable in their singleness. A lot of them grown, have to move back in with their parents. They ruined their credit, they ruined their reputation. A lot of them are lonely. A lot of them still in the club, 40 years old, 50 years old, still in the club. What? What? This is where these knocks are. All the people who did me dirty, they're not living good. And even if they're living good financially, a lot of them have way more money than me. But they've aged. They don't look good like they used to 10 years ago. I still look good for my age. They don't look as good. age meaning they're not aging well. A lot of them let themselves go. you know um they might be doing good financially, but soul wise they get darker and darker and darker, I'm telling you. hmm you said selling your soul has nothing to do with being a bad person. I never said that. And I think a bad person is kind of like a cheap word. I think bad is a cheap word. You have the right to sell your soul. I think you have a choice. But most people who sell their soul, they actually set themselves up. They corrupt themselves. This is why you see a lot of those celebrities, a lot of those artists, they wish they can go backwards. You have to understand that whether you are on the light side, you have to pay. Whether you're on the dark side, you have to pay. They're coming to collect. I know people who told me they sold their soul. They gotta collect, baby. Them entities you work for, you sold your soul to. You have to do sacrifices. You have to pay up. It ain't just, oh, I'm gonna sell my soul and that's it. Oh no. They want your soul, they want your life, and they will drag you. You got to pay your debt. Them entities, you got to pay them. It don't work like that. That's why a lot of them got to do blood sacrifices, because those entities that they work for, they got to pay up to stay in the game. Yes, Sheba says they fall from grace. Why do they sell their soul? People are, I mean, some people feel that's the only option. A lot of people been through some really deep, dark things. Um, why does a soul decide to sell their soul? They, at the time, they really felt that was the best option. That's what their soul decided to do. They chose, you say you'll feel a magnetic pull intuitively. Yeah, that's true. They just chose that dark side. They felt that was the only thing to do. Some people wanted money, some people wanted fame, some people didn't want to hurt anymore. So they decided to go to the dark side, basically. But it's not until they're on the dark side where they realize, oh shit, this is not what I thought it was, you know? And unless you're willing to keep paying up, keep doing them sacrifices, keep doing those negative things, you're not gonna get your blessings, basically. Yep. You said they collect. hmm Wait, there are some, there are some light-sided entities or deities, so to say, that you, you give to them. Like, I consider myself a daughter of Yomoja, but she asks for seashells in beach water, things like that. Like, I believe in, Orishas, basically. But then there were other deities that asked for blood sacrifices, you know? So you could pick and choose, but most of the time, you're gonna choose either the dark side or the light side, pretty much. And you're gonna have to pay either way, whether you're on the light or dark. But I'm glad I didn't choose the dark side. I ain't got no time for all of that. I probably would have been gone by now because I ain't doing all of that BS. Narcissists are attracted to the light because they want to destroy the light. That's why they can't stand you. They can't stand you. See, I know this sounds foul, but they didn't have it in them to fight through. They didn't have it in them. So Listen, okay, so for example, I was molested when I was a little girl. I watched my mom get, domestically, violated. I saw a lot of things in my childhood, seeing people do drugs, do all these different things, but there was something about my soul that was able to fight through. And there's something about y'all souls that was able to fight through. Then you have person B. They went through the same thing or even worse, but their soul could not fight through. So instead of doing the healing work and going to the light side, they said, no, this happened to me. So now I'm going to corrupt everybody on the fucking planet. I felt this pain. I'm in darkness and I can't fight through it. So now I'm going to go around and I'm going to destroy everybody that comes into my way. If I had to suffer, if my parents didn't love me, my parents hurt me, I didn't get what I needed. I needed love, I needed security, I needed food, I needed shelter when I was a kid and I didn't get it. So now everybody that I come into contact with who was able to heal, who has light, who loves God, who's on the light side, I'm going to kill and destroy them. You get it now? They made a choice. We all made a choice. And they probably, when they die, they got to do this shit all over again. And maybe in their next life, they'll be able to get it together. That's how I look at it. That's basically what it is. And I think about that often. What was it about my soul that I was able to fight through? And there's people that I've been through worse than them, and they're still choosing the dark side and being corrupted. That's basically what a narc is. They're a person who could not fight through and they chose the dark side. So now it's like the empath wants to save people from ever experiencing what they experienced. And the narc and these dark entities, they want everyone to experience what they went through. You get it? They want everybody to pay for what they went through, even if you ain't do nothing to them. It's crazy. It's deep. It's sad as shit. Hi, April. So yeah, am I talking about God? I'm talking about a lot of different things here. But I believe in a creator. I believe in a high power. I believe in an energy. I believe that there is a energy outside of me that is way more powerful than me. But I also believe that God has made us in their image and we are powerful too. But yes, you could tell by the ocean that there is a God. Okay. You could tell by the mountains. I can't make no ocean. I can't make no mountains. I can't make no sun and no moon and no stars. There is an energy out there that is way powerful than me. Um, but I do think that we all have light and dark in us, but we use our darkness for different things, right? Like protection and things like that. Not corrupting people and killing people and trying to make people's lives miserable. That's something different. That's some other kind of darkness, you know. Speaking of darkness, I had an issue at work and I'm pissed. Ooh, guys, I am so mad. And this is where I'm going to use my darkness and wish these people poverty and sickness. So let me tell you real quick what happened. So I can't tell you where I work because it's like a safety thing. People I've had stalkers, like people trying to find out where I live in New York, people trying to find out where I work. So I can't tell you where I work, but I'm just gonna say I work with like customers, right? And these customers came in and they purchased something, right? And it was like $800 worth. And this woman did a money switch on me, guys. I counted this money like 4 times, and this bitch did a money switch and shortchanged me $400. $500. Do you know how mad I am? No, I'm not getting fired for it. Um, this person has come into my job and has done this before, so now like they're flagged or whatever. But it's her and her husband. It's these Arab individuals that did this. Um, I'm really pissed. I am. Let me tell you something. As a chosen one, like you don't want to feel my wrath, okay? Like I'm not mad the company lost money because they have insurance and all this shit, but I am so pissed that this bitch got over on me, and I am wishing sickness and poverty on these two people, because how dare you come in there and you scam. I hate these. I hate fucking scammers, okay? And that is where I use my dark energy. Like I will wish things on people. If you do shit to me, I will wish it on you. Like I wish bad on you. And when you do things to chosen ones, the wrath is coming for your ass. All right, it is coming for you. I'm so freaking pissed, guys. I'm pissed, right? But it happened like 5 days ago, and they didn't say anything to me yet. I'm sure they're gonna like pull me in a meeting and talk or whatever. But I take accountability because I should have recounted it pretty much. So I'm not gonna sit there and be like, no, that didn't happen or whatever, because everything is recorded. They have me on camera. I'm not gonna sit there and lie or whatever the case is. It just will never happen again. And I'm looking for those motherfuckers. I'm looking for them. All right. This is the chosen one wrath. I am looking for them. I am waiting for them to return back to my job, because I am going to give them the wrath. All right. They're going to have to call security on me. All right. I am so fucking pissed, guys. So pissed. One thing I do not, I hate thieves. I understand that people like they got to feed their babies or something like that. And you got to go steal milk or diapers or whatever out the damn store. But to put people's job at risk because you want to be a thieving, scheming ass motherfucker. Oh, I can't stand it. And we had more scammers come into my job today, and I walked away. I said, I'm sorry. I called my manager. It was just like, you're going to have to help them. I'm not helping them. Absolutely not. I went in the break room and sat down until they left. Absolutely not. Yesterday at work, another scammer came in. Like everyone is freaking scamming. And it's just like, if you're going to scam, can you please go scam major corporations? Why are you scamming my job? Go to a major corporation and scam. They don't understand that when they do this scamming shit, managers have to write up these reports. Security comes to me and they're asking, like, oh, what happened? Do you know them? And it's like, what are y'all doing? This shit's gotta stop. Like, this shit is crazy. Oh my God, it's terrible. So next time, I know these scammers, I never forget a face. I forget names, I never forget a face. And now I know these scammers by their face. I'm waiting for their ass. I'm waiting for them. I cannot stand scammers. I need to start carrying like this type of dust, like a potion in a little bottle, because I swear I'll blow that shit on them. I will freaking curse them. I don't play. I'm not one of those chosen ones. I don't play. I will send that dark energy right back to your ass, because they could have got me fucking fired. I'm so pissed, guys. Cassandra says, well, it takes inner strength from the depths of hell to not get taken down. Love you for being open and vulnerable. Thank you. That is so true. I'm so thankful. I'm not gonna even gonna front. I am so thankful that my spirit and y'all's spirit was able to fight through the horrific things and treatment that y'all endured in your lifetime. I want you to clap for yourself, clap for your soul that you were able to heal, that you were able to get through certain things. This is not easy. Even if you're still healing, even if you're going through things now. Like every chosen one is in different stages of their life. I just happen to be in like the boring stage of my life. I'm 40 now, but the first 30 years of my life were really hard. Really, really hard. I can write a freaking novel on. I can my life could be a movie, honestly. But you have to commend yourself that in this lifetime you got it right. You got it right. You're not out there mistreating people because you went through things in life. Please don't be out there scamming, guys. Ask God to guide you to what your purpose is. Your purpose is going to be your money maker. All right. And these people are clean, they have a car. Like, why are y'all out there scamming? I see if like they're homeless or something like that, but you're not even homeless. The fact that you have $800 in your hand and you take $400 to scam me, bitch. Oh, ooh, I'm hot, guys. I'm so hot. And I'm glad, like, I'm close to like security at my job. And one of the security dudes, he said, I watched the camera, I watched the video, and I saw what happened. And I'm just going to let you know what happened so that if they talk to you, this is what happened. And it's crazy how, like, God will always look out for a chosen one. I even went to the head manager, was like, what happened with that $400? And he was like, I don't know. See, this is what would happen. A lot of things, guys, you don't know that you're being protected. I'm sure there was somebody, and I didn't sign either, because when things happen at work, I have to read it and then I have to sign it, meaning I'm agreeing that I did XYZ. I didn't sign. And I told my manager I didn't sign, and he was like, oh, okay, no worry, don't worry about it. And even the security dude was like, they didn't talk to you because this happened like 5 days ago. This happened 6 days ago. And I was like, no. He was just like, he's like, do you have a schedule for next week? I was like, yeah, I'm on the schedule for the whole month of April. He's like, then I guess they're not firing you over it. And he's like, oh, it happened before and they didn't fire her. And I said, oh, okay, cool. But we're protected. There's a lot of things that God is protecting us from. I'm telling you, there's things that people scamming you, people talking behind your back, people trying to set you up, and you're protected. So I'm definitely not getting fired over this shit. Natasha says, all I attract is narcissists. I can't escape it. If you're still attracting narcissists, it's because you're not done healing, and you don't have enough boundaries. All right. You have to understand, it's kind of like, vampires can smell blood. Like if a woman was on her period, a vampire will be able to smell her blood. So, narcissists, they've been training themselves since they were children, right? And they also have dark entities. I mean, they have spirits. A lot of these people have, you know, intelligent spirits, right? But they're not that intelligent once you learn their tactics, right? Excuse me. So if you are only attracting narcs, is because you still have some more healing work to do. You still don't have a certain amount of boundaries, because people who have boundaries and people who did a lot of healing work, narcs don't fuck with them. I meet narc men all the time. Narc men love me. I make narc men run now. They be ghosting me from left to right because I have too many boundaries. Narcissists do not like putting in work. So you have to look at yourself as this. If you're only attracting narcissists and manipulators, it's because you're easy. Not easy like you're a hoe. You are easy to get. You are easy to please. If you made yourself more difficult, narcs will not fuck with you. Okay? Um Let me give you an example. I was on the phone one day. I was talking to this guy, and I was like, "This guy's a narc," and they'll test you, right? A narc is going to test to see what your boundaries are. So a narc will be like, "Oh, what kind of men do you like, or what kind of women you like?" If you be like, "Oh, I like this kind of dude and this kind of woman," and did it, they know like you're not quick with it. But if you answered and be like, "I never tell nobody what kind of man or woman I want because they'll pretend to be like that." A narc will be like, "Oh, red flag. This person is equipped," right? Or they'll try to kiss you or flirt with you. You know, like one time a narc dude, I was on the phone with him, everything was cool. Like we were talking like a normal conversation. Out of nowhere, he was like, "What are you wearing right now?" And I said, "Excuse you?" I was like, on the first conversation, you're gonna ask me what am I wearing? I was like, I got on Jordans and a sweatshirt, sweatpants, and he started laughing. And he was like, "No, what kind of lingerie do you wear to bed?" You get it? So narcs are gonna test you. They give out little tests to see what kind of person you are, but you don't. A lot of y'all don't be catching on. So if you, like I said, if you're attracting narcs, one, you might be in saving mode. You're not done healing, or you're too easy to get. You got to make it difficult. And not difficult like, "Oh, if you want to see me, you got to bring me red roses and you got to bring me food and you got to do this for me or that." No, I'm not talking like that. You just too easy access. You talk too much. You tell them too much business. You let them in your house. You let them around your kids. They know too much about you. Easy access. This is how narcs know who they can prey on. You too quick, too fast. I bore narcs, because narcs can't get nothing from me. You gotta earn your way in my life. You gotta earn your way in my panties. You get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta tire them out. And narcs don't want to invest. Narcs don't got no time to invest. They just gotta latch you in, get you to love them quickly, get you to be obsessed over their sex, get you to be obsessed over their friendship or whatever this person is. They just need you quick, because they got other victims to play with too and latch on to. They can't be sitting around getting to know you. You get it? Thank you, Alicia. It's okay. I'll be all right. I'm sure I'm not going to get fired. Everything happens for a reason. And it's crazy because I've been working since I was 15 years old. I have never had anything like this ever happen to me. I've never had a customer scam me ever, ever in my life. Exactly. Karma got them already. I hope they can't pay their mortgage. I hope their car break down. I hope everything in their house break. All right. If they wasn't scamming that money to like save somebody's life, I don't want to hear it. All right. Exactly, Bakari. Say, yeah, I don't play that pray for my enemies BS. A lot of mainstream Christian chosen ones push. Yeah, I agree. I can't stand that. I can't stand that crap. I don't pray for my enemies. I wish exactly what you put on me back on your ass. And I hope. Only thing I'll say, I know what I say. I'd be like, God, don't kill him. That's the only thing I'll say. Don't kill him. Make it feel like they're gonna die, but don't kill them. I don't wish death on people. If you wish death on me, I wish death on you. But I'm not gonna wish death on you. But I will wish sickness on your ass. And I've seen it happen before. People who did me dirty. You think somebody who worked there know them? They might. They might know them. It's possible. I don't know. One thing I hate, as a black woman, there are some scammers that come in and they're black. And they will try to wait so that I can help them because they want to feel comfortable because I'm black too. Hell no, when I see their scamming asses coming, I I'm walking off and I'm going on break. My assistant manager was like, "Where did you go?" I said, "I was in the break room chilling." That's where I went. She was laughing. She was like, "You straight up left." I said, "Yes, because no, whenever they have scammers in the building, they need to call the head manager and he needs to deal with them. And they need to call corporate. I'm not dealing with them no more. I don't want to be at work and feel uncomfortable in those situations. No." I'm tired of scammers, yo. That shit got me tight. They get angry when you don't submit. Yup. Them narcs be pissed. Another Alicia. Yes, they are seeking us out with those sneaky side eye questions. Yup. Ashley. Hey, girl. Hey, Angelique. Hey to the chat. I'm glad I caught alive. I just donated to your PayPal. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Oh, I didn't even put my see. Look at that. Ashley, she she knows the deal. All right. I wasn't even gonna come on live because I have not been getting phone sessions like that or donations. I should not go a whole 30 days without getting a donation. So please bless my chat. If you have the finances, bless my chat. You could put money on the chat. You could Zelle me. You could PayPal me. You can Cash App me. Um, that would be a huge blessing to me. Okay. Um, what? Oh no. I made you a moderator. You not catching these people being nasty in my chat? Thank you so much, Ashley. I'll check it after I get off the line. Love you, girl. Yeah, exactly, Tabitha. Bless those who curse you. Let me tell you something. I did a video about, friends in abusive relationships, right? And I said that I don't wish the best on a lot of people who were my ex friends. And I don't know if I clarified this already, but what I mean is that some people will not learn through light. Some people, a lot of your enemies won't learn until their ass is in jail. Some people won't learn until they're sick too. Some people won't learn until they lose their man or their woman. You can't be out here wishing the best on your enemies. I wish the best on people who donate to me. I wish the best on people who really genuinely love me, who helped me out, who were there for me. I do wish the best on um people who just you parted ways with. You didn't have no beef with them. There are people who I was friends with and they ghosted me. They didn't do nothing to me. I didn't do nothing to them. They decide they want to move on, and I wish the best on them. But a lot of people who did me dirty, or they're stuck in this cycle of abuse, you have to wish the worst on them. Not that you wish they die or they get sick or something, but you wish that they experience something so horrific that it will catapult them into their spiritual journey or their healing journey. So when I say I wish the worst on certain people, that's what I mean. I don't really I'm not a person that sits around like, oh, I hope this happens to them. No, most of the time I kind of forget. I'm one of those people that dwells on something for like a week or two and then I forget about it. It's strange. I have a weird brain. There's some people I don't even remember you. It's like I put you out of my brain. It scared me one time. This male friend of mine was like, "Oh, I saw your ex-friend." I said, "What are you talking about? Who?" He was like, Agnes. I said, "Who's Agnes?" And he was just like, "The African girl you used to be friends with." I was like, "I've never been friends with an African girl named Agnes. And he was like, stop playing with me. Like, what are you talking about? I met her. She used to come to your gatherings. I used to have like these session, like these combo parties or whatever. He was like, he used to come to your combo parties all the time. I'm like, I never had a friend named Agnes who was African. I don't know what you're talking about. So I have this brain that literally represses certain experiences. I really must have hated this girl. I didn't remember her. Or maybe she was a non-motherfucking factor in my life. I don't know. I either hated her or I just didn't like her. I don't know. But anyway, he went through his old Facebook pictures and he pulled this girl up. When I saw the photo of the girl, guys, I said, oh, I remember her now. Out of sight, out of mind. And I wasn't wishing death on her. And this girl, she was a nasty narc. She was disgusting. She was one of those narcs that like will try to sleep with a guy you slept with, compete with you and all this stuff. Like, she was a weirdo. She one time, because she has a college degree and I don't. She was that friend that told me, and I was dating a guy who was engineer. And one day she met the guy that I was dating at the time, and she told me, oh, you don't deserve him because you don't have a college degree and he has a master's degree. Like, only people who have degrees should date people who have degrees. I was like, what? And he was like, girl, what are you talking about? She was such a hater. She was so mad because, you know, I'm a big girl, she's a big girl, but yet she like has a degree and money and stuff like that. And she was so jealous that this girl who has no college degree was like bagging guys who like have money and status. She just could not stand me because of that. And it was just like, she wasn't ugly, but she definitely was not prettier than me. And I'm not saying that I attracted these men because of my looks, but she just was not prettier than me. She wasn't. I'm not all that. I'm, cute or whatever, but she just wasn't prettier. She wasn't prettier than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was a big girl, but she had no ass. I ain't going I'm not gonna front. I'm sorry if some of y'all got no, it's different in black culture. Like, and she's African. African with no booty. It was just like she wasn't all that in the face and she had no ass. And it was just like, you cannot compare yourself to me look wise. You cannot do that. You just can't. And you think you should bag the same kind of dudes I'm bagging, but you're not better looking than me. That's like me seeing a slim fit girl and going, how is she getting the sky and I'm not getting him? Like, duh, girl. Like, she looks physically better than you. Like, let's keep it real. Like, you can still be overweight and still say, listen, I know I look better than this person. She was delusional. She was crazy. She was trying to run after guys that liked me and trying to sleep with guys I had slept with already. Like, what is wrong with her? She was crazy. Crazy ass narc. You know what's funny? Most of my supporters, I don't like calling y'all subs. Most of my chosen one fam, y'all are extremely educated. All right. I attract educated individuals. Most of the people that I've spoke to from my channel are college educated and have a lot of y'all have money. Okay. I don't attract bums. I don't attract bums. And you know, even when it comes to men, even the narc men that I've attracted, they all were educated. The guy that I dated in my 20s was a chemist. He wasn't no drug dealer or some hood dude or something like that, or some bum that was doing, playing video games. He was a narc, but he was a chemist. He made good money. He was educated. He actually came from a prestigious family. And even people who come from those backgrounds are corrupted. But I even had a couple of psychologists book me and tell me like, "Oh, you're really good. Like, you know what you're talking about. You're not faking it. You're not a fake chosen one. You're not a fake empath. You're like, you're real." So I really appreciate that confirmation from people who they went to school for 10 years. I didn't. Um but it's sad. You have to watch out for these scammer ass souls out there. And you can't be desperate chosen ones for love and for friendship, because we are easy to fall for these people because we go so long without these connections. And you also have to keep in mind, I want you to keep this in mind too. Most of our friendships and romantic relationships will be temporary. You are lucky if you are a chosen one and you got married with your husband or wife for 10, 20, 15 years. But most of our relationships with people will be temporary. And I think the reason why that is because it takes another special person to want to be around the chosen one, and they're not going to feel intimidated by your light. They're not going to feel, "Oh, thank you, Cassandra. Thank you for the 9.99. Thank you, baby." Let me see. I thought I can pin it, but I guess I can't. I was trying to pin it. But um you have to understand who you are and how powerful it is and how intimidating it is to be around you. I used to cry, guys. I used to cry and be like, nobody want to be my friend. Nobody want to be around me. And what I did was I started dulling my light. You know what I do? I still do it to this day. I'll pretend to be dumb. I started doing this when I was a teenager. And people, like, for example, and I'm sure a lot of you have done this. So people will be talking about something, and then I will go, "Really? I didn't know that." And I do know it. And I like to see like people's reaction. But there was times where I didn't say, "I'm just joking." And I really started to see like how people will treat you when they think that you don't know something. So this is something, this is my toxic trait, guys. So it started out in the beginning when I was a teenager. I started wearing that mask because I had to water myself down, because I found out and realized when I am my bright self, no one likes me, right? Nobody wants to be Angelique's friend. I always tell y'all this story. When I was 13, I wrote 2 articles for the daily newspaper. So the whole class, my whole 8th grade class, had to write an article on something they gave us, right? I think one was on fashion and one was on basketball, and both times they chose my article to be in the daily news. I tell this story all the time. I think this is where it began when I was 13. And I realized that no one liked me when I was successful. Nobody liked me when I was smart. So I started pretending to be dumb in order to get friends. All right. So please, if you have chosen one children, watch them. Are they watering themselves down? Are they dumbing themselves down? And I even noticed in years ago, when I used to do YouTube videos, I used to pretend that I didn't know certain things just to see what is the reaction from my subs. And some people, they thought they were teaching me certain things, but I really knew, but I just wanted to see how would people respond. And even to this day, I kind of don't talk about certain things because I don't want people to feel dumb in my presence. Don't do that, guys. Keep shining, keep being intelligent. Oh, it's kind of cold in here. Keep being yourself. Don't ever dull yourself down for anybody. All right. Natasha says, "I feel the same way. I can't be yourself because it's too much." Yep, I'm telling you, don't do it. I played dumb for many years, and then people will like tease you and I would do like the dumb joking thing, like make fun of myself to make people laugh. It was bad. It was so bad. Oh my gosh. Everybody was staring at you. Ashley says either people are going to come up to reach your high vibration or will remain, Ashley says, right, in their low vibration. Exactly. Yeah, make people come up to you. Even if it's gonna be, oh shoot, even if it's gonna be a lonely ride, make people come to you. Don't dull your light for anybody. Don't dull your light, guys. I'm telling you. But people are supposed to be temporary in your life, because you have to understand, as a chosen one. Oh shoot, let me write my donation information in the chat. You have to understand that, think of yourself as like a hospital in a sense, right? So when people, so that most of the time you're going to pinpoint people who God wants you to work with. So a lot of times it's whatever you've healed from, right? That will be like your chosen target, right? Like God wants you to help these particular people. Let me give you an example. I normally attract women who are insecure. It don't matter how they look. They could be fit, skinny, beautiful, tall, fat, whatever. I black, white, whatever. I attract women who are highly insecure. And this is a group of people that God usually wants me to work with, because why? I used to be an insecure woman, right? I used to be an insecure girl. And in my teens, I started working on my self esteem and my self love. By the time I hit 30, I really was in love with myself, and I had to say, okay, calm down. All right, you're obsessed with yourself. Relax, relax. So I usually attract women who admire me because of my self love, but they end up hating me because of my self love. And I smell insecurity. I can see an insecure woman from, I can walk in a room and, insecurity is a spirit. I can walk around the room. I don't care how fine she is. She could have a BBL, implants, flat belly. She can be fine as hell, but I can see that insecurity spirit on a woman. And even if she does try to befriend me or try to get close to me, she's only trying to get close to see, how is it that she loves herself, but I don't? How is it that others love her, right? These are people that, it's almost like the sick comes to you. You're not supposed to befriend these people. You're supposed to help them, give them a kind word, give them a message, help them, love themselves or whatever assignment God wants you to do, and you move on. You're not supposed to befriend a lot of these people that you meet, guys. This is why you keep getting hurt. Okay? Let me write my Cash App information. Make sure y'all donate to me when I get off the chat. I really appreciate it. I'm about to go on, I'm going to Mexico in a few weeks. My birthday redo. So make sure you get some phone booking sessions and some donations. And guys, it looks like I'm going to Mexico alone. And that's another thing too. Chosen ones will be alone a lot, right? Sometimes you're not gonna have friends to go with you on vacations. And I really encourage you, if it's safe for you, to do so. Okay. It looks like I might end up being in Mexico for 8 long days alone. Um, I invited 2 people and they don't have a plane ticket. Ain't no way in hell you ain't got a plane ticket and a trip. It's 2 weeks from now. All right. I got my plane ticket, my hotel is booked. Um, well, I have a hotel that's booked for the first 4 days. I didn't book my other hotel yet because I'm not really sure where I want to stay. I want to see if I like the first hotel. If I like it, then I might continue to stay there. But if I'm going to be there for 8 days, I might want to try a different Airbnb or hotel. So I just booked for the first 4 days. Um, but maybe that's what God wanted. Maybe God didn't want me to go to Mexico with friends. Maybe God wants me to be there by my damn self. Why? I don't know. I don't care why. I will find out when I get there. But don't ever be afraid to travel by yourself because a lot of us will end up traveling through life alone anyway. All right? I know y'all follow the Christian walk. A lot of you do, and Jesus is y'all savior. And he had 12 homeboys, but you see what happened with 12 homeboys. You don't need all them damn friends. All right? If you can just get one, I'm gonna say 1 to 3 good friends, like if you're a man, 2 male friends, 1 female friend. If you're a woman, 2 female friends, 1 male friend. That would be beautiful. That's a huge blessing to have. I turned 40 in August and I noticed I don't have any friends right now. But I'm okay with that. I have um I say 2 female friends, but they don't live in New York. Thank you, Lottie. Lottie, you always donate. Okay, girl, you always donate to me. Thank you so much, babe. Um, Hold on, let me put my PayPal and my Zelle too. Um, but I am my own best friend. I'm not gonna front. I'm really excited, guys. I'm excited to be alone in another place. Isn't that crazy? I'm excited to go to a restaurant and eat by myself. I'm excited to drink by myself. I'm excited to go to the beach by myself. I'm excited to walk the streets of a different place alone. This sounds weird, I know, but it does take time to elevate to get to that place, you know? It would be beautiful to have like a man in my life that could have went with me. That would have been nice. But that will come when I'm ready, I guess, and when God is ready for that for me. But because I'm my own best friend, I'm not feeling weird that I have to take this trip alone. I feel God will protect me, and is a reason why God is making me go by myself. Maybe there's something that I wouldn't see if I had a friend there or friends there, or maybe these particular friends, maybe people will try to ruin it. I don't know. Who knows? But I will definitely do a live while I'm in Mexico and next month. And I will definitely do videos while I'm there and show y'all stuff or whatever. But I find this just so interesting. But yeah, when you're a chosen one, a lot of your friendships, a lot of your romantic relationships will be temporary. Another reason why it will be temporary is because they come into your life when it's time for them to make a major change, right? Um, you need to kind of push them into their healing or push them into their spiritual journey. This is why I would say like a chosen one is like training wheels for somebody. Or we usually end up being like the person that connects them to their next soul tribe, or the person that they date right before they get married. Oh my God, this is like something that's happened to me my entire dating career. It seems like every man I dated after me, they got married. After me, they had a baby. And you know what's strange? A lot of those men came to me or inboxed me and they apologized. Like, I'm sorry I didn't marry you. just understand it was not you. You're such an amazing woman. I'm just like, how would your wife feel if you were saying this to me? So that happens a lot, chosen ones. You did help those individuals heal. You pushed them to be a better man, to be a better woman. Um, you showed them something. And the thing about it is, a lot of times, the man or woman they chose over you is easier to be with. They did not feel confident enough spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally to be with you. Okay. But they will, a lot of them ain't going to tell you that. All right. A lot of people are not going to tell you, you know what? The reason why I don't want to be your friend, or the reason why I don't want to be your man or your woman, is because you trigger me. You didn't do nothing to me, but you trigger me. The reason why I can't fuck with you like that is because, you make me feel insecure. Most people are not going to say that to you, chosen one. They're not going to say that. Have you ever had anybody come to you and say that to you? I've had people tell me they were jealous of me spiritually. That was creepy. That's when I was a Christian at the time, believe it or not. And it was like, well, I feel like God uses you more than me, and I don't understand why God uses you more than me when I'm in church 5 days a week. And I'm like, wait, what? There were some people who realized I had spiritual gifts, and they were like, how did you get these gifts? How can I get these gifts? So I've had people tell me that before, but that's the real reason. They can't tell you I'm a hater. Most people's not going to come to you and be like, I'm a hater. And even if they do come and tell you that they're jealous, be thankful that they told you so that you can get away from their ass. Because jealous people are dangerous. You don't want that person to turn into your Judas. Thank you, Natasha, for the $4.99. Thank you so much, love. Here is my PayPal and my Zelle as well. Information if anybody wants to donate through PayPal and Zelle. But yeah, that's something. And a lot of times we let people overstay in our lives, and we can't do that. Like, even right now, there's a guy that I've talked about him. I'm sure I've talked shit about him before on my channel. I actually have a TikTok video about him. And but he has changed a lot. And I think this is beautiful because it doesn't happen often where there was people from your past. He's a guy from my past that I had a sexual relationship with, and that's all it ever was, right? It was a friendship. We were close. We would talk. It wasn't just sex, but we would talk, tell each other different things that we were going through, things that we were going through, dating other people. We were pretty close. He's a Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio moon, so we're very similar emotionally. But I think that we both did not appreciate each other's presence. We took advantage of each other back then. And this happens a lot in sexual relationships where you just see that person as a body that you want to use. And I did it to him and he did it to me. I take full responsibility that I used to act like that too with him. And it's very strange because he went through a spiritual awakening and he's still healing and different things like that. And I went through my spiritual awakening first, and I had cut the sex off, and he was like, what? He had a hard time with that, guys. It was funny. He was not feeling that at all. He was so mad when I cut off the sex. But we stayed in touch through the years, and I had not been intimate with him since 2018. And then after that, he went through a spiritual awakening, and then we met up in 2021, but we didn't sleep together. We just was catching up on who we were spiritually. And I dated somebody and he dated somebody, and the girl he didn't want to be with me, but he ended up with another woman and she ended up being a narcissist. Mm. And then the guy that I ended up with in 2020, it just wasn't a match. The Muslim dude, just wasn't a match. So sometimes you can link back up with people if they go through a healing process, a spiritual journey process. But I don't know if we will end up together. He's still hurt by that narcissist. It takes time for men to heal. It takes time for people to heal in general, but I feel like men recover from heartbreak way differently. And he told me he's scared. He's like, I am scared. I don't know if I don't know if you're gonna hurt me. So I am scared right now. I feel like you want revenge on me. I'm just like, revenge on what? he probably knows like, damn, I should have picked her, but I didn't. But maybe that's what he needed to go through in order for him to become a different person. Maybe he needed to be with a narcissist in order to trigger certain things that he needed to heal from and to know what parts he didn't heal and what parts he needs to heal. But yeah, I don't suggest going backwards with anybody unless they went through some type of healing journey or spiritual journey. And chosen ones gotta be very careful with this because we're filled with so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much love, so much light that people literally want to use us as a gas station. They just want to stop, fill up, and keep it moving. So please be careful, guys. Going back to okay, I'm sorry guys, I was talking. Um Lottie says we have to defend our pure spirit energy, but I have forgiven, but I do forgive, but I have to be careful and protect from people who are mean. Natasha says her energy sucked, period. It sure did. Oh, Ashley says you're way smarter than most people I know with degrees. Thank you so much. Cassandra says sometimes it happens in silence when words don't have to be spoken. Spirit sees and hears everything. Ancestors will take care. They see as they see fit. In my experience, out of sight, out of mind. That is so true. Sheba says, no, ma'am, I can't agree with you. You are gorgeous. Thank you. You have an exotic look. Girl, they can't stand us. Thank you, Sheba. You're beautiful too. Alicia says, yes, embrace your beauty inside and out. It sounds like she carries a spirit of jealousy. Protect your spirit of peace. Oh, yeah. That girl she's been going, it's been years. Natasha says, all of our relationships will be temporary. That's deep. Cassandra says, I couldn't find your PayPal. Don't have too much, but I thank you for educating and farming. Thank you, Cassandra. $4.99 is fine. Thank you so much. Ashley says either people are going to come to reach your high vibration or remain their low vibration. I think I read that already. Okay. What else did I miss? Lottie says, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me click like on this. Oh, I don't know why it won't let me click like. But anyway, Lottie says, bless your light, Angelique. How we deal with these people who how do we deal with these people who think we are going to, who think we are weak and they bully us or our loved ones, but they bully on the sly? Let me tell you something. I need to do a video about that freeze, the um, trauma response freeze. because a lot of us do that. Like when people are saying slick stuff. Now, it depends because let me tell you something. There's some people who are going to say slick stuff to you and you can handle it. It can handle it two ways. I'm pretty quick now. I'm pretty witty with it. So, it takes practice, I guess, but you can stick up for yourself. But a lot of times people will say things, and because of a trauma response, I think it's called freeze, you be like, wait a minute, did they say that to me? Were they trying to insult me? So a lot of times people will say things to you and it won't click until later. That happens. And I've experienced in that. You get up, you get in your bed and you going, oh, they was trying to play me. So what I'll say is when remember how that person made you feel, right? So somebody try to be slick with their comments, they trying to joke on you, but they trying to be funny about it. Always remember how that person made you feel, and you'll know that, right? So next time you see them, it's not like you looking for it, but you gotta stay, keep your head on the swivel. You gotta be ready, right? So whenever they say something and you think they trying to be slick with it, say something right back. Anything clever you can think, say it back or give them the same energy back. Like I have a narc coworker. I'm gonna just give you an example. I have a narc coworker and she's white. Some white people got very thin lips and she's jealous because she has thin lips. All right. I'm not being mean, but it's true. Okay. And she always points, I don't feel comfortable with this because she's always pointed out my black features. Oh, your lips, your nose. I think it's inappropriate for work. I don't like to be compared to, I'm black, she's white. I don't like that. Like, just fucking work and don't worry about me being black and my features. So she's always making comments because I wear like lipsticks to work, red, pink, brown. I'm always wearing these crazy color lipsticks to work. I didn't wear anything today. I didn't care. I wore lip gloss. um but so eventually I got sick of her always commenting on my lipstick and my lips. And I was putting on lipstick one day, reapplying at work, and she was just like how my lipstick looked like a prostitute or something. It was something sexual or something like that. And I just came back at her and I was just like, oh, you're jealous because you don't have any lips? Right? And I said it in front of one of the guys at work and she was so embarrassed. Like, say things back to people. Don't be afraid to say it. And I smiled while I said it. Like, oh, you're mad because you don't have any lips and I do? You want to kiss them, huh? Don't you? And I just smiled and then she looked at me like, ugh, what can she say to that? She knows she doesn't have any lips. She knows that she's been saying these things to me because it's hidden jealousy. People always complimenting me on my lipstick, and she wears makeup, full face makeup, and makeup is her thing. So listen, don't be afraid to say things back to these people. Don't be afraid to put up boundaries. Don't be afraid to say a joke back to somebody. Practice it. The more you do it, the more comfortable you become, the more witty you become, the more smart, the more intelligent you become, and the more confident you become. You ain't gotta punch somebody in the face all the time. You don't gotta slap somebody in the face. But if you snapping back sometimes, let me tell you something. A lot of them won't stop because you are not saying anything. The day that you say something, and then when you do say something back to these people, they play victim. Why did you say that? Why would you? Shut up. All right? They're only mistreating you because technically you're allowing it. They're only being slick with their tongue because you're allowing it. You're not saying anything back. And I even told this coworker, you're getting really HRE. And she's like, no, 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 no. We don't need to go to HR. We don't need to go to. I was just like, I'm just letting you know you're starting to say things that it's gonna have us in a meeting in HR. And she's calmed down a lot. Put up boundaries, guys. They are beating you like a fucking pinata because you're allowing it. And I understand it takes time. Hey, J Cash, happy Thursday. Alicia, for sure. A few friends of quality are worth so much more than 50 acquaintances. Exactly. Everybody said they got 3 friends. Tabitha says, girl, I can't with women. You bring them up, you give them life, and then they start to think they're better than you. Yup. They try to like act like you ugly, insecure one. I don't give them the time of day anymore. Yeah, one, and that's another thing. Once they start this insulting, trying to dull your light, it's a wrap. I'm up there turning red. I'm there scratching my face. I think my skin is dry. This weather's crazy. Eczema starts acting crazy. You ever get dry like around here? Oh, I hate it. I gotta put some cocoa butter on my face. And that's it. You have to check them. They're just doing it because you're allowing it. And I know like I come off so loving and people say I'm motherly or I'm nurturing, and being a plus size woman, they're always looking to us to nurture them and be a big sister type or be a motherly type. Well, mothers snap back. Mothers don't play that. I snap back at these people. Natasha says, I wish we could go together. I didn't. What, you didn't have any vacation last year? Me either. I haven't been anywhere since 2022. This is why I'm so excited, because I was so fucking broke in 2023. I couldn't go anywhere. So this is a huge blessing. I'm so excited because everybody thought I was going to pay for what? Oh hell no. Last minute and I'm not paying. Nope, don't pay for nobody. Even if you gotta go by yourself. No. Only thing I would say is if it was somebody who took you on a trip or there was somebody who spent money on you, then cool. But if they didn't spend money on you too or bless you in some way, no. People are users. Cassandra says it took me 15 years to enjoy my own company, turning 37. Happy early birthday. When's your birthday, Cassandra? Setting a bird free. Natasha says, oh my God, me too. Every man I dated has found relationships they are in forever. I'm always the catalyst to change. Ugh, it sucks. Ashley says they never replaced you, even though they got married. That is true, girl. That is so true. What? Oh no, Daniel. I'm sorry, Daniel. We'll keep you in prayer, but I gotta time you out because you spreading that negativity in my chat. Talking about life is pointless. Boy, you better get out of here. I'm sorry. I don't like people spreading that. No matter how depressed you are, I don't want people reading that. Sheba says rejection is the most highest protection. It is. I agree. It took me a lot of years to learn that. It's so true. They have to step up into a different realm and expectation what expectations for themselves are higher. Some just settle for their comfort. Very true. Natasha says healers got it hard. It's hard to let go when you moving through life alone. It is. I've done it, guys. I've held on to people for so long. Even this Scorpio dude. Sorry if you hear like noise in the background. My uncle is like, I don't know, making noise in the background. But I even had to think like, oh, am I holding on to this Scorpio dude because he feels familiar? Am I scared? Because do you know how scary it is to walk alone? Do you know how scary it is to learn something different? It's scary. You got to keep it real. It's very scary to, oh, I got to make new friends. I got to, you know, meet a new man, meet a new woman. It's very scary. It's not that easy to do. Natasha says, I don't know one narcissist that has ever changed. No, they change, they get worse, they adapt, and they get worse and worse. Cassandra says, are you speaking of my story? Am I telling your story? Who's telling your story? Ashley says he wants to give you his heart. He needed to be with the narc in order to appreciate you more. Girl, maybe that is true. But he's scared. He was laughing too. He was like, how you know I'm scared? I said, I could feel you. He is so scared. Oh my God. I've never felt him like this before. He is so scared. I told him when I get back from Mexico, we're going to go out to dinner because he's a vegan and there's a vegan restaurant I want to try. So I'm like, let's just go eat dinner. He was like, oh my God, I would love that. Like, let's do that. Because when we were in a sexual relationship, we barely would go out to eat dinner. We would barely like go out and do things together. So I was just like, how about we start off slow? When it gets nice, we can do like picnics in the park. We can go to crystal shops. Like we can just do things that we're into. Like we don't have to fuck. Like you feel me? So he was like, I would love that. And yeah, that's how sometimes you have to do it. Like, you have to get to know people all over again and do something different, show that man or show that woman something different that they're not used to. And it's not that big of a deal. It's like I've slept with this person hundreds of times over, like, I don't know, years, the 10 years or whatever. So that sounds crazy, but it's just like it's not that serious. But you know he's like he's scared because it's different now. Like we've been through a spiritual journey. We've healed certain parts of ourselves. He's just like, I think he doesn't want to fall in love. I think that's what it is. Scorpios do not like that. They don't like to feel pain. That's why they don't let people in as easily, because when they do, they give you their soul pretty much. Oh, girl, your birthday in June. Well, happy early birthday if you disappear. Carl, I am not no damn Chinese woman. You know what's crazy? My grandmother looked Chinese. She was Native American, but as she aged, I think it was because she was so light skinned and her eyes were really chinky, and she had hair like a white woman or Asian woman, and she looked Asian to me. Okay, let me make sure. Sorry, Carl, you got to go, Carl. I'm sorry, Carl. Yes. Okay. Ashley says, actually, he already gave his heart. He's just scared to see your reaction. He's already in love, Angelique. I don't think he's in love with me. I think he fell in love with that narc. I think he fell in love with that narc. Um, when we go break bread, when we go out to eat, I'm really good. I can get anybody to tell me anything. So I'm definitely going to ask him questions about her. I want to see what he just keeps saying. I went through a lot. She put me through a lot. That narc put me through. That's all he keeps saying. I went through some shit. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. And I'm like, all right, okay. I want to hear how scared he is. Um, but I told him, oh, take your time. Take your time. Thank you, Natasha, for the 99 cents. I think that he loves me though. I think so. He told me that years ago. The first time he said I love you was in, I think, 2017. I remember that. He said I love you. I do think he loves me, but he's just scared because that narc fucked his head up. See, the love that you get after the narc is, oof, you got to be careful. A lot of people end up with an even bigger narc, or they end up with a powerful love. And I have a very powerful love. And he knows that. That's why he's scared as shit. He doesn't want to fall in love. He doesn't want to feel that pain again, just in case we break up, just in case he loses me. He doesn't want to ever feel that again. So this is why the Scorpio, you know, that scorpion, they stay in their shell, and they're like, get back before I sting you, before I claw you, before I bite you, whatever the hell those scorpions do. That's what he's doing right now. He's like, step back, Angelique. Don't come any fucking closer to me. Don't love me. Don't love me. I'm laughing, but it ain't funny. It's actually pretty fucking sad. Cassandra says very similar to the story you were speaking about. Oh shoot. Or was your guy a Scorpio too? The long-term relationship dynamic and him choosing her for whatever reason. I know exactly why he chose her. How did I heal? Honestly, I'm a person that heals in isolation. That's what people don't understand. You will heal in isolation. So I'm a person that has to go cold turkey from narcs or from toxic relationships with people and friends. I'm not going to be looking on your social media. Um, I'm not looking at our photos together. I'm collecting all the things you gave me and I'm throwing them out while burning them, right? I'm a person that does cutting cord. Thank you, Victors. I'm a person that thank you for the $2, darling. I'm a person that does cutting cord rituals, right? You can write that person's name on a paper and burn it. You can write them a letter, never send it, or you can send it. I've even wrote people's names and put it in a bottle. And when I went on vacation in Miami, I threw the bottle in the ocean and said they can no longer be in my energy. I'm over it. I forgive them. I forgive myself. I learn my lessons and I move on. So I'm a person that I'm dramatic when it comes to letting people go. I think a lot of times also you don't have a life or you don't know who you are. People made that narc or made that lover, that toxic lover, their life so that when they leave, there's nowhere to replace that energy when you're supposed to be replacing it into yourself. That's really why you miss them. You know, um, you made them your God. You made them your everything. You love them more than you love yourself. So it's really transferring the energy and love that you have for the narc or for the toxic individual and start transferring that love and energy into yourself. So I go cold turkey, like I said. I get rid of everything that reminds me of them. I also analyze myself. Why did I attract this person? What was it about them that made me want to be with them? That's how I look at it. I don't blame everything on the narc or the toxic individual. Oh, he's an Aquarius. Hey, are you the person I spoke to? Maybe you are. Okay, okay. You're gonna have to cut that sister off too. That's another thing too. You gotta get rid of everybody connected to the narc, at least until you're healed. Because when you're in narc abuse, it's almost like you were an addict. You were an emotional crackhead. You can't be around their friends and family. You can't. You gotta go no contact with everybody sometimes. Every time I stuck around the narc or these toxic people family, those people end up being the flying monkeys or the middle person who try to get you to talk to the narc again. You got to get rid of them. Yep. And a lot of times, y'all just hold on because it was a routine. You hold on to the memory of them because it was a routine. If you literally chemically and you're physically addicted to that abuse, basically. And in your mind, when that relationship is over, because you put in so much spiritually, financially, emotionally, mentally, you feel like you didn't win. That's the reason why a lot of people hold on to narcs. You really be feeling like you didn't win. You feel like you were like used and you didn't win. And it's like there was nothing to win. The narc or that toxic person was trash all that time. Yeah, you're gonna have to get you a new best friend or you're gonna have to like part. Cause honestly, she's gonna always choose her brother over you. Mm-mm. One day you're gonna look back at that relationship, you're gonna be like, what the hell was I thinking? You're gonna be disgusted. Oh, I love that phase where you're over somebody and you just want to vomit to the view of their name or the sound of their name. You want to just vomit. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. I mean, it's beautiful actually. Mm. You'd be like, yes, I'm finally over them. Ashley says, I realize when we hold on to abusers, it's because we don't trust in God. Ooh, look at Ashley preaching. We don't trust in God to send us someone better or a better situation. That is true. It's the lack of relationship with God. It's the lack of relationship with yourself. That is so true. I want to tell you this. And you know what? It don't always have to be a replacement either. Sometimes the replacement is you, your self-love. That is a replacement. The replacement is you not being in a fucking abusive relationship. The replacement is you having peace. The replacement could be you having more money, you having more time, you having your sanity back. That's the replacement. It don't always have to be a new man, a new woman, a new family member, a new friend. Sometimes the replacement is just your peace. Mm, that is a word. Okay. Natasha says, same things I said. Once I realized who they were, you're disgusting. Yep. I just told somebody the other day we were talking, they booked a session with me, and I told her, sometimes you have to stay until you hate him. Some of you are like that. Some of you literally have to hate a person to leave because if you don't hate them, you still stick around with them motherfuckers. Once I start like seeing your name across my phone or I start looking through your photos in my phone and it's just like, ugh, he ugly now. He ugly now. That's when I know it's over. That's when I know it's a wrap. As she said, Angelique, you hitting. No, you hitting, girl. You preaching too. I so feel you. Thank you. No, thank you. Like we mirror what we think we deserve. Yes, exactly, Cassandra. Oh, you preaching too, girl. Sometimes the replacement is you, your peace, or a better life. Yes, I'm telling you. Because not every narc or in every relationship that I let go, I got a replacement for them. No. I just wasn't getting my ass whooped spiritually anymore. And that was the reward. That was the reward. And it was beautiful, because you lose a lot with these people. You lose money, you lose time, you lose your freedom, you lose your sanity. Sometimes you lose your looks. So that's what it is. Yeah. hmm because think about it. sometimes you be like, the only way I can really let this person treat me this way is because there's no way I love myself. There is no, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. Oh, he tricked me. She tricked me. I don't care how much tricking in the world. Okay, maybe it can happen once. But you keep ending up in narc relationships and toxic relationships multiple times? Let me tell you, it happened horribly for me one time. And it was 6 long years in my 20s, back and forth, back and forth. You know, you always break up, make up with the narc, break up, make up, right? It took me over 7 times to leave, come back, leave, come back, okay? And I never let a narc do me dirty like that ever again. I learned my lesson. And then that's the demons out there said, okay, we can't get it with a narc man. Now we gotta get it with a narc male friend. And that's when the narc best friend came into place. And then I had to recover from that. But after those two men, the man I dated in my 20s, and then I met my narc ex best friend, those two motherfuckers taught me so much about myself, and they catapulted me into, I love saying that, catapulted me, they catapulted me into my healing journey and my spiritual journey. And so did, the narc stepfather, the narc biological father. So it's not a complete waste that you went through these type of toxic relationships. What y'all talking about? Y'all talking to each other. What do you think happens when you have a child with a narcissist? Is it possible to escape or heal? um, well, co-parenting is going to be a bitch for the next 18 years. I know a lot of people. My mother, my real father was a narc, and he took my mother back and forth through court. Didn't even want me. Okay, that man did not want to be a father. He didn't even want me, but he just wanted to hurt my mother. So yes, 18 years of hell of co-parenting with a narc. Also, what you are going to face when you have a child with a narc is your child not knowing who the narc parent really is, and you're going to have to let your child make that decision. My mother never spoke bad about. She was smart. She never spoke, no matter how bad my father did me. She never spoke bad about my father ever. She didn't tell me about the court sessions. She didn't tell me about the things that he did. She let me be a smart child, and I finally got it. I'll never forget, I was a kid and my dad had visitation, and sometimes he would show up and sometimes he wouldn't. And I really wanted to see my father this weekend. I remember I sat at the window with I think I had a pillow on the floor. Maybe I didn't have a pillow on the floor. And I sat at the window looking at the front of my house, waiting for my father from sun up to sundown. And my mother came in there and she said, "All right, now get away from the windowsill." And then I looked up at my mother and said, "Mommy, I never want to see my daddy ever again." And then my mother had to go back to court and let them know. And I told them, I said, "Mommy, I want to talk to the judge. The next time we go to court, I want to talk to the judge." I think I might have been 8 or 9 years old when I said this. That's pretty fucking young. Let your child make that decision. All right. Um, a friend of mine has 3 kids. She married a narc, has 3 kids with a narcissist. And her teenage daughter at 16 said, "I want to go live with my daddy." So she moved all the way to California with her narc father, and she was there for 6 months, and she brought her ass back home. Let your children make that decision. And it is going to hurt because there's going to be some children who are going to choose the narc parent. They are going to choose them. So that is the punishment sometimes for having kids with narcs. Another punishment that happens when you have kids with narcs is you risk your child being a narcissist too. So I have some friends who have narcissistic kids. My niece is a narcissist. I had to cut her off too, along with my narc brother. It hurts. But I'm sorry, that's the honest truth. That's what happens. It's very difficult to co-parent. You got to get the courts involved. You have to get law involved. Things have to be in writing. You got to get pew 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 protection. Learn how to fight. Learn how to shoot. Learn how to protect yourself, because sometimes it really does get that bad. All right. Have open conversation with your children. You need to find out what these narcs are feeding your kids when they go spend time with them. All right. So please be careful with these narcs. All right. Let me see, Cassandra. Maybe one day I'll be able to have a baby. Maybe one day. Sending you baby blessings. I want to be a mother too. I'm 40. Yes, I still have my cycle. I actually just got over my cycle and I'm ovulating. This is the most for about almost 2 years now. My cycle has been normal because I lost weight and my hormones are balanced. So I understand exactly how you feel. And I do hope I will be a mother. My cutoff is probably about 43. If I don't have a baby by 43, I just won't be a mother. Maybe next lifetime, or maybe I will adopt, you know, but I do want to be a mother. So I send you some sprinkles of baby dust on you, but only if you can only if you're ready emotionally, spiritually, and financially. I do not regret not having children. I tried to have a baby once in my 20s before my mom died, and I'm so glad that I didn't have any kids in my 20s. And I think if I become a mother, when I become a mother, that means if when I become a mother, maybe in a couple of years, I know that my child is getting the best version of myself. So, those of you who are waiting in your 30s or your 40s to have children, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're still bleeding and ovulating, then that means God says you still can be a parent. But I know one thing, I ain't having no kid after 45, 50 years old. I don't care how young I look. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. Pretty much. But I was joking with my Scorpio because he's a twin and he has said something to me. I ain't gonna say it on camera. And I was like, you better stop playing because I might have twins. He like joked around about something sexual, and I was just like, boy, don't be playing like that because I might end up giving you twins. His twin hasn't had twins yet, so one of them usually is one of the twins that ends up having twins. So his twin hasn't had kids yet, and I have a feeling he's the one that can give twins. And it's funny because I want twins because I just want to have one and done. But I hope any of you who wish to be mothers and wish to be fathers, ask God, like, yo, start planning it, start manifesting, so you could be ready to be a mother. Start doing everything to prepare yourself to be a mother. Prepare yourself spiritually, emotionally, or father. Start preparing yourself. All right. Even if you broke right now, start preparing yourself because things can happen, things can change. Mm-mm-mm. All right, now oh, Ashley says she's turning 40 next month and childless as well. Do you want kids, Ashley? My co-worker had her fourth and fifth child at 43 and 45. Hey, who was the old lady in the Bible? Was it Sarah who had a baby at like 80? Mm. Oh, wow. Amen to her womb. That is beautiful. Ashley says, I don't regret it either. I'll be more stable emotionally, mentally. Oh my God, I will be an amazing fucking mom. It's ridiculous. My 20-year-old self would have been a horrible mother. I was a hot mess. It is. The reason why, and I'm very fertile, um, because I'm 40. So what happens in 40, your body goes, hey bitch, hi, If you want to have a baby, you need to do it now. So this is why, my libido is super high. I feel like a 20-year-old again. All right, like being single and not a whore, it is difficult because I can't just sleep with anybody. I'm very particular. And it's been like 7 months since I've been intimate, you know, and your body when you're at 40 is saying, hello, hey girl, you need to hurry up and have this baby before, premenopause kicks in. So yeah, be careful, y'all. If y'all playing, y'all know, y'all going raw dog and y'all 40 and you're in your 30s. My homegirl, she's pregnant right now and she's 38. She has a 16-year-old son and she's 38. She's pregnant. So fuck around and find out, guys. Our babies will be blessed. Definitely. And some of your babies will be chosen ones too. I'm sorry I'm cursing. Yes, guys, I'm a cursing chosen one. I'm so sorry. I try not to curse. But yes, it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. I had an amazing time chatting with you guys, but I worked today, so I'm kind of tired and I want to go eat my sushi and finish my drink and just relax because I do have to work tomorrow. Thank you so much to everybody who was on the chat, who donated. I'm going to check my email now to see who donated to me as well. If you need a phone booking session, you can book me for 30 minutes or 1 hour, $20 for 30 minutes, $40 for 1 hour. We could talk about spiritual experiences, narcissism, chosen ones, relationships, zodiacs, girl talk, anything you want to talk about, you can book me. Um, if you want me to continue to do lives and pump out content, you will have to donate to me. If I disappear, it's because I'm not getting phone booking sessions and I'm not getting donations. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. I don't know if I'll be back next week or if I'm going to be back the first week of April when I'm in Mexico, but we'll see how I feel. I'll be popping in and out. I never know when I'm going to be live. Depends on my mood. All right. Have an amazing weekend. All right. I just wanted to be the best version of myself. If it happens, you will be, Cassandra. Bye, Lottie. Bye, Ashley. Bye, Cassandra. Bye, Tabitha. Thank you, ladies, so much. I had so much fun. Bye, Natasha. Who else was chatting to me? Bye, fellas. I know y'all hiding in the chat somewhere. Thanks for listening, fellas. And thank you, Victors. I'm not sure if you're a man or woman, but thank you. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.